It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
And up ahead, it's a big one, an AFC Championship game rematch.
It's the Aviators and the reigning Super Bowl champs on Thursday night.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in to kick off a new year. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, you lived this as a player. It's so exciting for us as fans, but now after that long off-season to get your body ready and your team ready and your game ready, finally show everybody what it's all about. Week 1 of the season has arrived.
Yeah, and at this stage in the process, Mike, you're exactly right. All you want is for this ball to be kicked off. You're tired of practicing. You're tired of the off-season workouts. You're tired of the preparation for what feels like an entire year to play one game. And
Game 1 of 272 this regular season. The Thursday night opener, the kickoff game. And the National Football League season begins anew. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, all right, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. It's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
He'll look to throw. Going over the middle, this one is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Not what you want to see quarter 1 of week 1. Back to throw. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. Now he'll run it.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
He'll try and get there on the ground. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd.
Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Tight end going in motion here. He'll drop to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
There's just something special about week one, isn't it, Mike? I mean, after months of anticipation, speculation, it finally hits you. The season has arrived. This is the first time where we're going to get to see a lot of the debuts of players on new teams, new coaches, rookies taking the field for the very first time in a meaningful game. The preseason is one thing, but it's an entirely different level of excitement once opening weekend rolls around. I don't know about you, but I'm excited to see what's in store for us, that these games finally now matter.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. High throw, but it's reeled in. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Here's a first carry for their running back. Trying to tiptoe around the defenders there. He'll wind up with a gain of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A handoff as they try to run it here. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Shamrocks offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If you can't protect the quarterback in the NFL, you might as well just throw your entire playbook in the garbage. Everything starts there. And with the amount this quarterback's been hit and taken down here in the first quarter, are we confident that we're going to be able to even see him in the game come the second?
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry and some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw, and he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. On comes the punter now. And he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Aviators offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. 2nd and 11. Quick throw. That's complete on the slant.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Here's their punter now. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And that's going to work out just fine. Good kick, well covered, touchdown at the 5. The Shamrocks offense ready to get back at it. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
And they'll get him down up around the 15-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw out of the gun. That's going to be caught by the rookie out of LSU. 3rd down, 3 to go. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's the punter now, as he'll come on to punt this one away. Now the return. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. Now faking the give. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing now from the gun. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket.
That one, taken in. Touchdown, Aviators.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
Makes the score Aviators 7, Shamrocks
7-0
nothing.
is our score as this kick is sent into the air. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Shamrocks offense ready to take over once again. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. A gain there of 21. That's enough for a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At their 48.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Aviators offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really...
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down. That's a really good effort on 3rd down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a first.
The Aviators readying for the punt. This will be returnable from his own 15. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Going for it all. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. Back to the air again on second and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He'll be close to a first down. A little short, that tackle made at the 42. Here's third down and a few inches. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he didn't need much. I don't think he got there. It's going to depend on the spot. Looks like he is short on that one.
That's just a great job defensively, Mike. Here's a chance they have to get off the field. They sell out for the run. They know it's coming, and they're able to force a fourth down.
The Shamrocks getting their punter out there as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. Oh, yeah. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with first and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. They'll stick with him again. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. 3rd and 6. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with the sack.
The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin with first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The defense has got it. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
The Aviators offense had, and remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So we might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Throwing now on first and 10. Quick throw taken in. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At the 31-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. This one complete right side. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 10-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And he's in. Touchdown, Shamrocks.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The extra point is good. And the Shamrocks will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Aviators offense ready to get back to work. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Back with more of this Thursday opener. After this, they'll come up to 3rd and 3. Back to throw. In trouble, and down he goes. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. Punting time for the Aviators. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They bring a tight end in motion left. They'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30.
He'll drop to throw. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They'll look to throw yet again. There's that man again, another catch. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Back to the air one more time. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we are at halftime here in the Thursday night opener of the NFL campaign as we get you to Orlando. Say hello to my old pal, Jonathan Coachman, with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Greg in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as that promises to be a tight one. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on what should be a very tough opponent. And then lastly, on Sunday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half, about to get started. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Now, faking the give. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. There he goes again.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
On 3rd down, they'll try to get it on the ground.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They'll stay on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now this time they'll look to throw. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. You've got to find a way on first and second down to stay ahead of the chains so third down is not so daunting.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. One of the tight ends in motion right. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
To the air now on first and 10. Here's second and 2.
At the 46-yard line.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this first and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll try again. It's second and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Checking it down. This one is caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. He'll try to run for it. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on third down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Going right sideline and complete. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Up the middle they go. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance. But I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough. And they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. He will be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this third quarter. Now a timeout for injury. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Now a give up the middle. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll motion a tight end right. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He'll tuck it and take off.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going the wrong way. Dropped back at the 7.
This defense knows the importance of this drive. They have to keep this game at one possession. That's a great start there on first down.
Now from the 7, it's second and goal. They'll look to throw. He keeps it himself. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. Third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
Back to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Shamrocks. That his second touchdown now here in the season opener. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Shamrocks will get out in front 17-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
He'll drop to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They need 8 as they come up for third down. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Shamrocks offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's second and 6.
Now second and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. A gain of 21 on that pass play. And that will be a first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down.
Third and 6.
And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Shamrocks will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Aviators offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and third down coming up. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. On the move, past the 40. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 74 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
The extra point, up and good. The Aviators are back within 6. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
At the 43-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He routes another catch for his favorite target. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to pick up the first down. He'll get down to the 15-yard line. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll be taken down. Now this defense will use a third and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. The defense still with all three timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Second and goal, now it's from the 6-yard line. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. Third and goal. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They get the season off on the right foot. The winners in the NFL kickoff game, the Thursday night opener of this regular season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. Good night, everybody.